At some colleges, like smaller ones or ones that are more selective, interviews can be an important part of the application process. With so many students matching the school's profile and a limited amount of acceptances being offered, these colleges need an additional way to evaluate candidates. The interview can help them understand the student, and it can make a real difference in the overall admissions decision. There are two different types of college interviews. First, there's what's called an information interview. These usually happen when admissions officers visit high schools and meet with any students that are interested in attending that school. These interviews can also happen when you visit a school's campus. Information interviews are designed to introduce the college to prospective applicants and to answer any questions. These aren't true interviews, but they're a great way to start building a dialogue with an admissions rep, which you can then continue by email or phone. The other kind of interview is called a formal interview. This is when the student is required to meet with a college rep or alumni. These interviews can be optional or required, but in any case, you should be prepared. If you do well in an interview, then that could help your chances of getting into this school. But on the flip side, if you don't, for example, you don't know much about the school, then that could hurt your chances for admission. Colleges know from research, however, that the interview is actually not a good predictor of success in college. They also know that some students just can't afford to travel for an interview, especially if it's a long distance. That's why so many colleges have done away with the interview altogether. So check with your college's requirements and see if you need to interview with them. If you do, here are some things for you to keep in mind. Admissions officers want to see if a student has really thought through why they want to attend that particular college and how they're a good fit for it. They also want to see a curious student. Ask about things like potential majors or life on campus. Now, you're probably looking for a long list of sample questions that colleges will ask during an interview. We actually don't like giving out sample questions, since it's easy to get bogged down on the answers and to not allow your true self to come through. You want to make the interview a conversation between you and the interviewer, not a Q&A session. So remember what we discussed in this video and try to prepare yourself with those thoughts in mind.